All right, daily Bitcoin update. Want to take out a range low? If not, we are leaving a lot of liquidity behind, which is not preferred for upside potential. Locally, there could be a Wyckoff Model 1 forming, but it's not looking the cleanest. Watching alts and USDT instead. It was not looking the cleanest at that time. Data can change. What did I draw here? I did draw a Model 1 here. Price going lower, didn't even mitigate demand. I even expected it to front run demand, take out the range low, and go higher. Alright, what did we get? Because when we go on the lower time frame, you can see we indeed took out the range low. But let's take it, trade it like a real trade, as we always do. And what happened here is that we formed an amazing range. You from low to high, of course, because we were in a downtrend and we were coming into supply there. Supply was already mitigated, and we formed our tap 2. And why is this a tap 2? It's because you deviated your tap 1 in the range. You deviated tap 1, so you have your tap 1 and your tap 2. Alright, right now, there wasn't a clean model 2 POI for me. This was the only POI, but if you watch my videos a lot, you know I like my demand POI to be lower than my tap 1. Alright, a lot of people forget that, but I like it to be lower than my tap 1 and that it deviates your tap 1 before you make a tap 3. So this was a bit high for extreme demand for me, but it was still valid. But let's see what happened, because we went through that demand and we went lower, and there was news today. And what do I always say? I got it from the composite trader. I always say, show me the chart and I will show you the news. Like, Wyckoff is just the way markets work, and this was your tap 3. Literally, you deviated your tap 2. This was your tap 3, but it's very easy to talk in hindsight, because what was USD dominance doing? You all know it's very important what USD dominance is doing. And we were in a range. You ranged from high to low because you were in an uptrend, and you didn't deviate the range. Because when I draw it correctly, this was the range. And when I draw it correctly, you didn't deviate the range. So you draw from high to low because you're in an uptrend, and you didn't deviate it right there. So you made equal highs and went lower. So that's not what you want to see for an accumulation on Bitcoin. You wanted to take the liquidity, then break, and then go lower. So that was absolutely not perfect for Bitcoin. That's why I say, I know what you guys think. I know that many people didn't take this because of USDT dominance. I've been there. It's very hard because there are always reasons not to take a trade, always. And everything was aligning right here on Bitcoin, and this was a reason not to take a trade. But there were a lot of reasons why you could take a trade, and why you didn't maybe take it with 5% risk, but with 2% or 1%. But that was just one thing I noticed. What was very nice here was the liquidity we were building up, all those highs stacking up. So this was great liquidity to go higher. And there was news, and news often goes to liquidity, of course. So there was more demand below for the model to fill. The break of structure here was the best break of structure. The cleanest break of structure was here in the 5-minute, was back in the original range as well. If you were a degen, and it's valid, so it's not even that degen, but it is valid to take it here on a 1-minute break of structure. I didn't take it on a 1 minute. I took it there, but it was totally valid to skill some in already on that break. So what happened right there? You formed your tap 3, you went higher, you broke structure, I entered. And let's see if it was in the volume profile. Let's draw the break of structure, and let's see if the entry was in the volume profile, because that's always nice to have. Then you can maybe take it with some more risk. And let's see, the entry was not exactly in the volume profile, so that was also not aligning. And there was supply above this range as well. So above the break of structure, there was supply creation. So you had some supply creation. That was the reason you went down. So you rejected from the 4-hour low, you rejected from supply, and went down and went for a retest. And on a retest, you retested this demand zone, boom, and you had another break of structure, and that is your level 2 break of structure. And the level 2 break of structure was right there, boom, and there is your second entry possibility. So the first entry possibility is where I entered there, stop below this low and target the range high. Your second entry possibility was right here, was even a better RR, and then you can put your stop loss below this low for an insane RR. My RR was not the best, but great. I took it with 2% risk, so that is very nice. It was like a 3.3 RR to the technical target. I didn't target the technical target, but it was a 3.2 RR, and that is your trade. And when this structure breaks, I drill my stop loss to this low, and then I'm using less risk, and let's just see how this plays out, because we went up very quick because of the news. And my first take profit was right there. I took like 5% off, so then my stop loss was I took a bit more than 5%, like 7, and then my second TP was right there. And I'm just gonna let the rest run. This was super clean, but again, not the it's very easy to talk in hindsight, because I've been in your position where you just doubt, hey, should I take it? USDT dominance is not showing that sign. This is not lining up. No, at some moments you just need to be a man and click. Sometimes it's just necessary, because you pre-planned this, you saw it on my profile, you saw the plan. Execute. See you in the next video, guys. Ciao ciao.